On the island of Sodor, Stepney was picking up cargo for Donald. Hurry up, said Stepney. I haven't got all day. I'm going to be late for Donald at the cargo station. He's not going to like this. He was going to be late for Donald at the cargo transfer. Stepney knew this. They were getting cargo right into his vans. He was ready and he pulled off. About time, too, said Stepney. Donald was waiting impatiently. Where is Stepney? He thought to himself. Stepney pulled off, tired. You're late, and that smell is making me ill. It's the cargo. It's what's in the cargo, said Stepney. There's danger on the rails, too. The guard said, it's dangerous for big engines. Tender engines like Douglas, like Donald and Douglas, and many other tender engines. But for separate engines that don't have tenders, it's okay. Like Stepney, of course. You're the only danger on the rails, said Donald. Now stop wasting your own time and get your car stuck to my train. Fine, said Stepney. Hope you pull him anyway. He took the cars from the other side and they were hooked right to his train. He coupled them up. They were coupled up. Meanwhile, at the signal box, the signalman said, "What route is Donald taking tonight?" "The coastal run is the quickest." "But I told you," gasped Stepney's driver, "it's dangerous for tender engines like Donald." Fog covered on the island of Sodor. I can't see, cried Donald. Then, there it happened. Donald couldn't stop in time. He found out that there was danger on the rails completely. He knew this, but he didn't notice. He almost stopped, and the driver braked hard. Poor Donald. Luckily, the brake fan and this flatbed were on the rails, but many of the other parts were off the rails. Poor Donald. Donald was even poor indeed. He was sad. Sadder and sadder than ever. Next, he is craned out of the water just without the tender. Sir Tom Hat was most displeased. Engines don't swim, Donald. You are meant to deliver fish, not swim with them. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, said Donald. then Cody the Crane looked down at him. My, Donald. I expect you have some fishy tales to tell, but take my advice. Have a good hose down. Chuckled Cody. Donald was most embarrassed. They cleaned his tender and it was back. Stepney backed up into him and felt sorry. Come on, said Stepney. Your driver says it's time for a good washdown. They pulled off. The next day, Douglas was sorry. I'm sorry I was rude to you, Stepney, said Donald, sorry. I keep getting the names mixed up. It's okay, Donald. But you smell something? What? Fresh air. Oh, yes, said Donald. And the two were happily ever after.